So welcome back to Street Switch Photography. I have got an absolutely messed up one here for you. This is Allyn Walker. She likes to call herself Allyn for some reason. Got a bit of bum fluff around the old chin there. And this is a person that thinks basically calling a paedophile. If you're a paedophile, it shouldn't be seen like that. It should be called minor attraction. In other words, she thinks that it's okay for a person to be attracted to a young child. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd do a quick video on it. Let's do this.
Street Switch Photography.
So yeah, welcome back to Street Switch Photography. I was literally just browsing my phone and I actually found this YouTube channel, and this gentleman, well, I'm not going to misgender him, him. It's basically a woman dressed as a bloke who likes to call herself Allyn, and she thinks it's okay to, but what she's trying to say is basically people shouldn't be calling people paedophiles. They should be calling them having minor attraction. In other words, it's okay for a fully grown adult to fancy sexually a young child. That is fucking sick. And this is from the LGBTQ4K community. This is what has basically infested Pride and everything else. Let's have a listen to what this silly woman has got to say.
So much for that question. I use the term minor attracted person or MAP in the title and throughout the book for multiple reasons.
Because you're a fucking nonce. That's got to be the only reason, literally.
First of all, because I think it's important to use terminology for groups that members of that group want
Paedophiles.
Others to use for them. And MAP advocacy groups like Before You Act.
Like paedophiles.
Have advocated for use of the term MAP. They've advocated for it primarily because it's less stigmatizing than other terms like
minor attracted persons, so people that are attracted to young children. Pedos.
Pedophile. A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume that it means a sex offender.
It does. That's why. What more do you want me to say to that? A nonce is a freaking nonce. What? Seriously? What do you want me to say? I mean, come on, fuck me. This is Jesus. No, don't actually, no.
And that isn't true, and it leads to a lot of misconceptions about attractions toward minors.
With your friend, fuck 'em young. Yeah, okay.
I've definitely heard the idea that you brought up, though, that the use of the term minor attracted person suggests that it's okay to be attracted to children. But using a term that communicates who someone is attracted to doesn't indicate anything about the morality of that attraction. And not
the morality of that attraction. People with an attraction to young children have no morality. That's the whole fucking point of calling them a paedophile. This is why they get absolutely beat the shit out of in jails. I sort of just really do not get this logic at all. I don't get it. This is weird to the max.
Non-offending MAPs, by definition, do not abuse children. So
yes, they do. They're paedophiles. That's what they do. That's why there's a whole criminal system on it. Jesus Christ. What is wrong with this individual? I think this person identifies as non-binary. And they, them, what, when?
So their behaviors are moral.
It isn't moral at all.
But they're still being subjected to this same idea that they're bad people.
Because they're paedophiles. There's no way around it. Now, I know pig shit is thick. It's really thick. This fucker right here is cement. This is like the most hardest cement you can get. This is diamond hard. Thick as fuck. I tell you what, I'd rather shit in my hands and clap than stand next to this person. Pedo supporters. The far left yet again. They're coming for your kids. What the actual hell?
Stigma against MAPs is a problem in part because it
For those of you that don't know, MAP stands for minor attracted person. So a grown adult that fancies children. And this person here is saying that's okay. We shouldn't stigmatise them. I take it she hasn't got children. Not with that fucking fuzz on her face. Anyway, Jesus Christ.
It makes MAPs think that they're monsters.
They are. They're paedophiles. Wow.
That's really problematic in terms of MAP well-being.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't at all. Now, the word itself, paedophile, is thrown around a lot. Now, there are a hell of a lot, even in this small town where I live. And people basically use it as a way to offend somebody nowadays, which is very bad, because the people that have had something done to them when they were younger then don't have the courage to actually speak out in case they're accused of lying. And I think that these people just use this word just to throw out there, oh, you're this, you're that, and like they do Nazi, like they do fascist and all the rest of it. Oh, mate, never trust a lefty with your kids. Jesus Christ. Tarnish them all with the same brush. Things like that. Do you get what I mean?
It's really hard to cope when you think you're a terrible person.
Well, you are if you're a paedophile, aren't you? It should be hard to cope. That child's got to live with that for the rest of their life, with mental torture. Who the hell? I'm actually shocked by this. I'm genuinely shocked. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it up here in the search bar and see if there's any more videos on this fucker. Is this... Here's a news report on it.
It comes with a stigma.
Walker also said people can be...
Let's go to the beginning.
Union University professor is taking a lot of heat. Allyn Walker said the word pedophile shouldn't be...
Another word, Julie, with fuzz on her chin, right?
...used to refer to people who are attracted to children because it comes with a stigma.
Walker also said people...
Why would it come with a stigma? Being attracted to children, being sexually attracted to children. Why would that have a stigma about it?
can be attracted to children without acting on it. Dana Smith has more on what the professor said and the response from Walker and the community.
The controversy surrounding Old Dominion University professor Dr. Allyn Walker centers around their argument that not everyone who is attracted to children will abuse children.
It isn't actually a choice. So
it's not a choice. So you don't choose. Oh, I'm confused. This is...
people are just born with this condition.
In an interview...
A condition? A nonce is a condition now, is it? It's an illness, I suppose. Isn't it? You're not just an evil fucker anymore. Typical of the left, this is. Absolutely typical. And this is why...
with the Prostasia Foundation, Walker said the term minor attracted people, or MAPS, should be used to describe people who are attracted to children.
It's less stigmatizing than other terms like pedophile. A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume that it means a sex offender. And that isn't true, and it leads to a lot of
my dog, bless my dog. He was dreaming, bless him. He jerks and moves when he, anyway.
Misconceptions about attractions toward minors.
But not everyone sees it that way, including people on campus, like Andrew Lumbakis, president of the...
a sex offender. And that isn't true, and it leads to a lot of misconceptions about attractions toward minors. Than other terms like pedophile.
Yeah, because they're a paedophile.
A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume that it means a sex offender.
Because it does.
And that isn't true, and it leads to a lot of...
yes, it is true, you liar.
Misconceptions about...
we are expected to trust somebody that doesn't even know their own sex. Where does common sense prevail here? Where does common sense prevail? What the actual fuck is going on this planet? Seriously. This was unheard of, this type of shit. There was paedophiles back in my day when I was a youth. But we used to play out on the streets and we were told, don't go and talk to anybody that's going to offer you sweets. Don't talk to strangers. That's what we were told. Run. And then go and tell your mum and dad. And things like this, if you look like this as a kid, obviously, if you were playing football and you were a girl, you were a tomboy, and things like that, you know, there was no stigma around it, really. And then they went and made it into something it actually isn't, the same as they are doing with this, right here. This weird fucker, right here. This person should be arrested for actually openly supporting noncism, if that's even a word.
About attractions toward minors.
But not everyone sees it that way.
Everyone. I think you'll find 99.9% of the population disagree with it.
Including people on campus like Andrew Lambakis, president of the ODU College Republicans.
OBU.
I'm actually thinking about planning a peaceful protest against Allyn Walker.
In the interview, Walker stressed child sexual abuse is never okay. They explained there is a difference between attraction and behavior. Walker said there is no morality attached to attraction because that's something we can't help.
I'm honest to God, I am shocked.
Prostasia Foundation's executive director, Jeremy Malcolm, agrees.
What experts like Dr. Walker are saying is that telling these people that they are inherently bad and doomed to offend is counterproductive.
Criticism about Walker's comments prompted ODU and Walker to release statements over the weekend. The statement from the university reads, "An academic community plays a valuable role in..."
This person's a professor of noncism, an actual professor or a professor assistant.
The quest for knowledge. A vital part of this is being willing to consider scientific and other empirical...
Scientific? These are people that hate science because they can't even agree on whether they're a man or a woman. To do with your X and Y chromosome. And they use the word scientific.
Data that may involve controversial issues and perspectives. For their part, Walker said, child sexual abuse is an inexcusable crime. The goal of my research is to prevent crime. I embarked on this research...
So you're researching it. You're researching if a nonce is a nonce. To me, an egg's a fucking egg, a man's a man, and a woman's a woman.
In hopes of gaining understanding of a group that previously has not been studied, in order to identify ways to...
Does it really need to be studied? Does it need to be studied? Does that guy over there fancy that kid there, and would he do out? Yeah, let's study it, shall we? What the actual hell? Only in America.
Protect children. Dana Smith, 13 News Now.
You know how you get one of those subjects that just makes your actual skin fucking crawl? I'm going to watch this one.
So much for that question. I use the term minor attracted person or MAP in the title and throughout the book for multiple reasons. First of all, because I think it's important to use terminology for groups that...
Because you're attracted to children, maybe. I don't know. I'm not saying this person is, but extremely worrying and odd behaviour.
Members of that group want others to use for them. And MAP advocacy groups like Before You Act.
Now, you see, the thing is, with things like this, right, if you're a pedophile and you've been convicted and proven, you belong in jail with the key thrown away. I think, to me, child abuse is worse than murder. That's my personal opinion on it. It is worse than murder because then that child has got to grow up with the torture of that, what happened to them in their head, for the rest of their lives. And then we get fucking morons like this coming up with terms like this here. Minor attractive person. Absolute, complete and utter wit. I'm genuinely disturbed by this whole idea, this whole ideology.
Have advocated.
How am I supposed to react? Am I acting wrongly here? What's missing in my head here? And this should go against everybody in the LGBT community, and everybody in the pride community should fucking condemn this twat. They should say this person is nothing to do with us. Seriously. They should get rid.
For use of the term.
This person does not advocate for any of our beliefs. That's what they should do.
MAP. They've advocated for it primarily because
you have advocated for it, mate. Nobody else.
It's less stigmatizing than other terms like pedophile.
Now watch this guy's face on the just over here, right over here. Look, you watch his face.
A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume that it means a sex offender. And that isn't true, and
that's pretty fair to say, yes, because that's exactly what it fucking means.
It leads to a lot of misconceptions about attractions toward minors. I've definitely heard the idea that you brought up.
I heard this and I was like, what? You what? Say that again. And
though that the use of the term minor attracted person suggests that it's okay to be attracted to children.
Suggests that it's okay. Suggests that it's okay. This is genuinely,
but using a term that communicates who someone is attracted to doesn't indicate anything about the morality of that attraction.
A typical left trying to separate fact from fiction, but they go and then they tend to go on the fictional side of it. Do you know what I mean? Like the man and woman thing. Oh, I'm a woman, but I identify as a man because I fucking say so and everybody else should believe me. This is the typical mentality of the far left. This is severely worrying. To me it is anyway. It's worrying. I mean, again,
stigma against MAPs is a problem in part because it makes MAPs think that they're monsters.
Because they are.
That's really problematic in terms of MAP well-being. It's really hard to cope when you think you're a terrible person because you have attractions that you can't change. And
yeah, but forget about the kids that have been abused. It's not hard for them to cope for the rest of their natural lives at all, is it? You silly woman. I'm going to call you exactly what you are. You are a very silly, confused, mentally ill woman.
Non-offending MAPs, by definition, do not abuse children, so their behaviors are moral. But they're still being subjected to this same idea that they're bad people. So much
because they are.
That question.
Lord. I dare anybody, right? Anybody, and do a video on it. I dare you to walk down the centre of your town or city and scream out at the top of your voice that you're attracted to children and see what fucking happens. I dare you. Do you know what I mean? What do you think could happen? Suggesting it's immoral.
Lord, please help us. So we have I think he's a PhD professor.
So you got that wrong. It's a she, mate. It's a woman.
Basically trying to change the definition of what
is it with these lefties wanting to change the definition of everything to their fucking narrative so it suits their narrative? What is it?
Pedophile is into a map. Lord, help us. See, here's the problem. This is wokeness. There's no limit to how woke you can be, all right? These people are basically trying to make you, to change your mind so you can accept evil into something acceptable.
Yeah.
They want you to accept evil. We all know being attracted to a kid or to a child or to a minor is called being a pedophile. But they want to change it.
I could not have said that better myself. This man has hit the nail on the bloody head.
Little one. Lord, help us. This is crazy. This man is basically
woman
targeting kids. Little one. Are you serious? You let me know what you think about this. This is what wokeness is going to make. I can't believe we are living in a society nowadays where some people are so comfortable coming out and saying these type of things. It is okay to be what?
And there you have it. The messed up world of the far left. I was genuinely sickened and shocked by this when I watched it earlier. And it was... I honestly couldn't believe what I was hearing. I couldn't believe what I was sodding well hearing. Trying to change the name paedophile to something called MAP to make it socially acceptable that you are attracted to children. Again, the far left trying to change the actual meaning of something to suit their narrative. And using the word science in it as well. Yet they don't even know if they're a man or a fucking woman. And what we have is a woman that's took some hormones and got a bit of fuzz on her fucking chin. This has been Street Switch Photography. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Go and hit the notification bell. And I'll hopefully see you in the next video. You know, girl, you'll never have a fucking beard like mine. Bye for now.
Street Switch Photography.
Nancy Mc